Good morning from day number 25. I can hardly feel my fingers. It's blooming freezing. Really cold last night. I had pretty much everything on. I'll show you where I'm camped. Just in the cirque there. The sun's just starting to peek over the horizon, thank goodness. But the wind... Well, to start with, when I got the tent put up last night, it was raining for about an hour just after I got it put up, so that was good timing in that respect. And then the wind picked up, and it's just been coming straight down into the tent over that ridge all night long, basically, and it's still doing it now. 1:30 this morning, I had to jump out and do a little Lego building project, just to try and stop some of the wind coming into the tent. It seemed to do the trick. I put another guy on the side as well, just to stop that side banging in all the time. But I mean, apart from being a very windy, sleepless night, yeah, it wasn't so bad. I was warm in the end and I was dry, so I was thankful for that. But it's going to be about 3.5 miles to a manned refuge this morning, and then maybe about another 9-ish miles to Puigcerda, which I've butchered, but that's the next town. So I'm going to try and get packed up while I can still feel my fingers and get on the move. Well, good morning once again. Blue skies have returned, the wind has dropped. I'm at a lower elevation, a lot lower than I was last night. I need to look it up, but I think I was camped at around about 8,000 feet last night at that lake, which explains why it was so cold. I passed the refuge, Malnieu, this morning. I stopped and got coffee because somebody on trail had recommended that I get a coffee from there. It was very nice as well, and I had a huge omelette sandwich with cheese, which went down an absolute treat, seeing as I didn't have anything to eat last night or this morning because I was too blooming cold to do anything, and too lazy, to be honest. It's still cold now, but nothing like it was last night or this morning. One thing that's been a problem this morning has been the marking of the trail. It's been really poor. You can see what I'm walking across now, just like this big open field, basically, big open grassland. And you will occasionally come across a track that's quite well trodden, like this one in front of me. And you'll start following it and then realise that it's actually just a cow path and the trail is way over to your left or to your right. I think I must have lost the trail about 7 or 8 times so far this morning. It's been really frustrating. First part was coming down a hillside where it was kind of snaking up and down and it was very difficult to find. Second part was coming through a forest with loads of other little trails firing off left, right and centre, and it was very difficult to figure out which one was the GR11 because there was just no markings. So like I say, I've taken a few wrong turnings, got a bit annoyed this morning, to be honest, but it looks as though this one's a little bit more well trodden. fingers crossed I don't get lost anymore. But some pretty expansive views from here. It looks like once I work my way through this forest and start looking down into the valley below, I might get a few more cool views as well. Good morning from day number 26. I am leaving Puigcerda, which you can see behind me. In fact, I'll spin you around. You can see it's quite a big place, and it's kind of stepped as well, so it's kind of all built on different levels. So when you're working your way through the town, you're always up and down steps or inclines. It's an interesting place. It's bigger than I imagined it would be as well. But yeah, I'm leaving there today for, I think it's stage number 34 or 35, I've lost track, but it's about a 17-mile stage today, up into these hills you see in front of me, all covered in cloud at the moment. Quite impressive looking that way actually. But yeah, I'm not sure I'm going to get the entire stage done today. It looks like quite a challenging one. So I'm just going to take it as it comes and see where I end up tonight. Good evening everyone from day 26, and it is evening as well. It's probably 7:30 p.m. somewhere around there. I am in a little mountain village called Queralbs, and when I saw it on the map I didn't expect it to be like this at all. It's absolutely stunning when you're walking through all the little like little alleyways and nooks and crannies and little streets. It's a beautiful little place, it really is. But I've done about 23 miles to get here today. Excuse me. Most of it has been quite easy walking, so it was on like dirt forest tracks and things like that. It was quite easy to push out some miles today. The last section was a little bit more tricky. A couple of wrong turns again, and some quite twisty turny mountain paths were a little bit more challenging, as well as a whacking great uphill. But yeah, I made it, and really knocking the miles off now. It's Saturday, it's day number 27, and I am just leaving the beautiful little village of Queralbs. It's kind of hidden in the trees down there. It's built into the hillside. You can just see a little bit of the train station poking out of the trees there. Seems to be a popular place. There is a stop called Nuria that I'm headed up towards now, up a big climb. That seems to be the destination of choice. Not sure what it is, but it looks to be quite big. But yeah, got a big about 3-hour climb to get up there according to the signs. It looks rather impressive and rather scenic if it's like that. Big lump of rock up there. So let's crack on with that. So that is Nuria that you can see down there. It's basically just like a huge hotel complex with like skiing and chairlifts and a little church and a cafe and all sorts of stuff attached to it. But it's a very popular place. The like funicular railway comes up to it from Queralbs. See, I've got a little friend there. So I actually stopped there for about an hour just chilling out. My legs were pretty worn out from the walk up, and now I am heading up this valley now, another valley to climb, about 2.5 miles, and then I get a little bit of downhill. It's going to be hard. It's quite warm again, and I really am quite tired. I think obviously yesterday, the 23 miles yesterday might have taken it out of me a bit more than I thought, so just going to saunter up this valley very slowly. has been an extremely difficult day, especially after the 23 miles yesterday. 2 huge climbs this morning. Just done the second one, and wait till you see the views. So this is the new side, as it were, which I'm seeing for the first time as well. Looks pretty amazing. And then this side, the side that I've just come up, you can see Hondarribia right down in the bottom of the valley there. So yeah, that's the direction I'm headed next. You can see the path in the middle of the screen there, if you're following that. And then this is what's surrounding me. Spain's Pyrenees at their finest. Breathtaking, absolutely breathtaking. Just can't believe it. Good morning from day 28. Late start today, about 11 a.m. Basically I stayed in Set Cases last night, which is this nice little town here. Quite touristy. Nice little place though. I've figured out that I'm quite tired and I've maybe been doing a few too many miles. So today I purposely started late and I'm going to finish early. I'm only doing about 7.5 miles today to the next town, and I'm just gonna make sure that I get a decent rest, get some washing done, and resupply on a couple of bits. I think the next 3 or 4 stages look to be quite long ones. I am getting towards the end now, so just rest up and get ready for the final push. Good morning, folks. Day 29, I believe. Might even be 30. Kind of lost count. I think it's 29. I enjoyed my day off in Moyo. It was very nice. Nice little place. Nice hotel I was in. Excellent place to relax. Weather's fantastic today. It's another late start this morning because I had to wait for the shop to open at 9:30. And when I got into the shop, it was very small and there was not a great deal of stuff in there. I managed to pick up some cheese, a couple of bananas, a pack of biscuits that look a little bit dubious. So I'll be looking for another shop at some point in the next couple of days, definitely. But as you can see, it is a beautiful place and it's a beautiful day. This stage today is about 14 point something miles. Doubt I'll get it all done today, but we'll give it a crack. And it ends at a refugee. So let's see where we get to today, shall we? And it's from way back in '01. So I guess there's much I never told you, like who I am, who I love, where I've been and where I came from. Grew up on 913 of Blue Rock. Memories of 6 kids running around those halls. Then out in the California sunshine, we wore no shoes through alley-oops and shattered windows throwing baseballs. Mom packed me a brown bag every day, from 5 years old up to 18. A note that said I love you XO, and all my friends they're begging me, making bids on Mom's fresh cookies. And I quit playing ball at age 15, traded my new bat for an old guitar. It broke Dad's heart, but he still loved me, and he was there at every show. No more jersey, just tuxedos. So 1 PM on a scorching hot Monday, and this is the small village of Beget, B-E-G-E-T. Just arrived. Seems to be a popular little place for people to come and have a stroll. I don't know what the big draw is, but no doubt I'll find out when I have a little wander into town. Been a real varied morning this morning. Started off with some road walking uphill, and then through pastures and kind of wooded hillsides, and past some little houses on their own, a couple of close calls with dogs, couple of abandoned houses, a guy in a bell tent in the middle of nowhere. It's been a real varied morning. So I'm going to have a little rest here, I think, if I can find somewhere that sells a drink. So I stopped in Baguette for a drink and ended up having some food as well. And I'll tell you right now, that place is as close to picture perfection as you will ever find. It was absolutely stunning. I could have easily sat there all day just relaxing in the sun. It's so warm as well. I think that makes a big difference, the weather. But even the little section of trail leaving the town is just beautiful as well, just by the side of this stream to the right of me. Another nice little bridge there. Passed quite a few of them this morning. It looks like I may have a little bit more road walking to do. There's been quite a bit of that this morning. But yeah, what an absolutely stunning place. Kind of place you could just come for a weekend and just sit and do absolutely nothing and just enjoy the weather and the scenery. Really, really nice. Evening all, it's a little after 6 p.m. and I'm in the bottom of a valley. I made it to the refuge that I was trying to get to, and it was all completely shut up and closed down. There was a tap there which was working. So it was about, 4:30 I think when I got there, something like that. Wasn't quite sure what to do. I could have put the tent up there, but I decided to carry on going, and I've dropped right down into the bottom of the valley. I could again have climbed up. I think it's up there. I'm not 100% certain, but you got to climb up and out of the valley again. It's quite a steep one. So came across this spot. There's a nice German chap staying here as well tonight with 2 dogs. He's got a massive backpack. It's absolutely ridiculous. But this is an old building that's in the process of being converted into a refugee. And there is also behind it this beautiful little church, just nestled away there. Make it out. Pretty little place. And then there's a river nearby, and there's a fountain behind me as well, where my coffee is just brewing now. So about 16 miles done today, and for the most part it's been pretty easy going. The heat today has been easily the most intense of the trip so far, and I've actually felt pretty good. I think it was the right thing taking a break yesterday. It's definitely helped today. I felt a lot more sprightly today, so that was a good call. Anyway, the miles are getting knocked off pretty quickly now.